Hey guys, and welcome. It is January, the transfer window is open, and we're here, of course, with Cardiff City and me, NG Paradox. Now, I have been thinking about the format of the series, and I'm thinking maybe we might change it a little bit. In the future, we might do 2 matches per episode, depending on the month. So, for example, if it's a month where we got to talk about a lot of things, maybe transfers have happened, or maybe there's a lot of things that have changed at the club, etc., we will make it only 1 match in that episode. So, for example, at the end of January, we'd only show one match. But maybe in a month, which is a bit, boring, there's not much going on, we might just show 2 matches both together. So that's something I'm thinking about. I'd love to know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Today, we're going to keep it just to 1 because there are a couple of things just to go over because we are in the transfer month. And yeah, I just wanted to explain and see what you guys thought about it. Now, overall right now, things have kind of just been going along steadily. Lee has left the club. Peltier has gone. We no longer have him at the club. We didn't need him. But now we're left with Ashley Richards, which is a bit disappointing. But, we couldn't see that was going to happen at the time. So, your last also playing against Tottenham. Not a good game. Not a good game at all. But we didn't expect to beat them anyway. So I can't really have a go at the team for that, except for Mr. Richards. He can take all the blame for that match. We're going to use Patterson as... We're going to keep using Patterson, I think. After that, we played against Fulham, and I did say this was probably a need-to-win game. It was a game we had to play well in. They're in the relegation zone. They've not played well this season. We need to stay ahead of them, and our team bounced right back from the Tottenham game. We took out, obviously, Richards from the team. Well, I mean, he was suspended, so he couldn't play at all anyway, but we made sure to take him out of the team. And the team gave a phenomenal performance. 4-1 to Cardiff. And we played really well. It wasn't even a close game. We kind of controlled the entire game. Gunnarsson and Josh Murphy scoring 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. We controlled probably the first 20 minutes easily. But just after half-time, Fulham did get 1 back. Andrew Schürrle, I'm not sure to pronounce his name. I think he's a decent player for Fulham. I was very surprised when they brought him in real life. But we'll see how he does in real life. I'm actually really interested to see how he'll do at Fulham over the whole season this year. But that's in real life. But he did score against us. But then Callum Patterson, who, of course, just showing Richards how it's done. After Richards' performance from last time, Callum Patterson comes in, and he's like, okay, Paz, Richards, go to the side, just stand over there a bit, just stand in the corner, put on the dunce hat, and he scored 2 goals, both of them being free kicks. Now, he hasn't scored a free kick before this, but he got 2 beautiful free kick goals against Fulham. So I was really happy with that. Really good performance overall. And we needed to win it. And it was on TV, so everyone got to see. After that, we played Crystal Palace, Crystal Palace having a good season so far. So I wanted, obviously, to get points from this match as well. But we just couldn't get a win here. But we scored an own goal. Sean Morrison, our main man at the back, scored an own goal. But then Manga, our other centre-back, managed to get an equaliser quite late on in the 81st minute, so we were quite lucky with that result, I would say. Crystal Palace probably were the slightly better team in this match. So yeah, we were probably pretty lucky to get that draw, but a point's a point. I'm not going to argue about that. And so today, we have a match against Wolves, obviously. Wolves, another team that have come up with us, but like Fulham, they spent heavily, and we beat Fulham, so that's a good sign, but Wolves are currently 8th in the Premier League, so they're having a very good season. They're having a very good season indeed. I mean, some people might have been able to guess that from the money they spent and some of the players. Moutinho, what a great player. What a capture for Wolves. Ridiculously good captures, some of the players they brought in this season, but that one in particular. So even though we both came up together, this might end up being quite a difficult match, I would suppose. So I'm not sure if we're going to get anything from this. We really want to. But if we have a quick look at the competition right now, if we look at the table, if we lose, we won't fall into relegation. So we don't have to win this match. But if we do win, we'll be on 21 points. We'll go ahead of Watford, which would be nice. And we'd be 4 points away from Leicester. So that could be massive. Fulham are still on 10 points. I think Fulham are not going to be able to they're not going to be able to get out of this, are they? I mean, 10 points. If we win, they're 9 points behind Watford. I mean, it's not impossible, but I don't see them come back. Especially that performance they did against us. Like, even us, they couldn't perform. So, yeah, I really want to win this game just to make things just easier on us. It's been very tense the last month. This whole month should have been really good for us. It should have been a great month, that December. A chance for us to really kind of push on. But it didn't really happen in the end. We kind of just done what we've done out throughout the season. Just kind of, getting wins here and there, but losing games that we could have won, etc. Losing points in silly places. But I'm happy with how we're doing so far. Now, because it's January, we are looking, obviously, to bring in some players. Now, I have said before that we want to, obviously, look in the attacking right wing there. It would be nice to bring in a player here. Striker-wise, it may be I might sell Zohor, potentially, because I'm not sure if he can do it here. He could bring in a decent amount of money. We could bring in a striker. Now, people may be new to my channel. I like to bring in transfers that my scouts have gone through. I only will hire players that my scouts have bought me. They've been put on the transfer list, or they're put on the loan list. I do not go out and seek players that I know, because we all know that that's way too easy. We all know the wonder kids and the best players and stuff. So I like to do it this way. So yeah, so I do have I have lots of players on my shortlist because I try and keep a list of the players my scouts have been going through who they recommend. But in the right wing, we definitely want to look here. Left wing, I don't think we have to. We've got, obviously, Josh Murphy, Jr. I think those two are good. First one, an okay backup. That's fine for now. Midfield, we'll have to look at that at the end of the season. Right now, we don't have to. I will look at that at the end of the season. Defenders, we are okay for now. Though, again, we will maybe have to look to replace Sol Bamba at the end of the season because he just doesn't perform. So we definitely want at least one. Maybe we do need another. If we're playing 3 defenders at the back, you probably would like another defender. Yeah, you don't want just 4. You probably want 5. So we may need to bring in a defender. That may be something we'll look into. If you have a quick look, 15 million. There's no one really here that's going to be cheap from what I can see. That guy, I'm not sure. Sissoko, Tanganga. No, definitely not. No. Too young. He'd be backup, I guess. We could bring the backup, Reagan Pooley, young Welsh player. Bring a young Welsh player in for what, Cardiff. We are Welsh, of course, but not really good enough. Maybe an okay backup, but I'm not sure about that one. Wing back, we're fine here. Right back, we've got 2. Though Patterson we could put into midfield. So we could get one here. That could be something at the end of the season. Instead of the end of the season, maybe we bring in one here and Patterson goes in midfield. That could be something we look into. Depending on what we can find. But definitely the right wing here. The one I've been looking at is Antonio. Michael Antonio. Because he is unhappy at the club right now at West Ham. So he's not happy. So they may be willing to let him go and he may be willing to leave. He's not amazing. But, he's got good pace, he's got good acceleration. My reports say maybe he's slightly better than the 2 players we have right now that play in that position. Though he is not the same as our, he hasn't got the same social group feeling. But he may not cost too much, potentially. So he could definitely be a choice. He could be a choice. In real life, he did have a good performance. I think, was it last season or the season before? He had one season where he performed quite well. There is Nicholas Ellison over there at Bristol City. Again, really good pace and acceleration. Probably better than Antonio, I would say. He's only 23 as well, but he's probably going to cost quite a lot of money. We have a young player here, Warren Shishbembe, and his stats look okay. Like, for a 20-year-old, a young French player, his stats look okay. Like, his mental stats look really good. So, I mean, he could potentially be a player that's maybe doesn't cost too much, but could potentially become better. But we probably need a first-team player now, really, don't we? So, I don't know. We've had a few players my scouts have brought in, but no one really has stood out to me at this moment in time. So, I'm not completely sure of who we'll bring in. Tell me in the comment section if anyone stands out to you on this list so far they've been bringing me. But to me, I have to admit to you guys, I'm not sure if we're going to do much business this transfer window because no one is really standing out to me. I mean, Lucas here, Lucas Ocampos, I like him. I would bring him in if he could just play on the right wing better. I mean, we could bring him in anyway and maybe put Josh Murphy on this side and he could play on this side. I do like him. He plays at Marseille. He's had a good season so far in League One. So we may take a risk in something like that. I'm not sure. But that's kind of how that looks at the moment. When it comes to the transfers, I'm going to have to tell you guys, no one's really popped up that's really grabbed me. And if we're going to spend the money, I really feel it needs to be someone who grabs us to be first team player. We can't be bringing up backup players unless we're selling players and we need backups anyway. This is the team we're using today. Murphy will be playing, of course. He can't really play on that side, can he? Hollett, there we have on the other side today. Mendes is slightly injured, so he will not be playing today. I'll be using Junior anyway. Bobby Reed, obviously, up front. Bobby Reed, the man, the legend. He's not really the legend yet, but I'm really liking him. Arta and Gunnarsson in the midfield. Probably my two favourite Cardiff players right now. Even though Harry is technically on loan, these are definitely my two favourite Cardiff player, just because I like Harry Arta anyway, just as a player. And I think Gunnarsson is a great player, and he's so loyal. I mean, he's been such a loyal player. Like, look at this. 2011 he came on a free, and look how many games he's played. He has played in and out like almost every season, except for last, and he's a top player. Really like him. So yeah, so loyal. He could have easily gone to another team. Maybe they were just because his price was so expensive. A lot of teams didn't think he was worth it. That could have been why, but he's always signed contracts. Everyone else is the same. Richards has come in. You may be asking why. And that's because Patterson is slightly down. He's a little bit tired right now. He's a little bit tired. He gave us such a good performance in that Fulham game. He's just too tired. So he can't play today. He's at 83%. I really didn't want to play Richards, especially not in the recorded game because Patterson is so low on it. If he was 88... I don't normally like to play people under 90, but if he was 88, I'd still play him over Richards. But Richards, you got one more chance. This is the Wolves game. This is an easier team. You got a chance to show me. Back's the same. Smithy's the same. Really I think Smithy has proven himself in the Premier League right now. So that's something we got to commend him for. Sol Bamba has come in as well. I mean, his stats aren't terrible yet. It is obviously going down because he's 33 years old. But Sean Morrison is slightly unhappy. And his PR, he's a little bit upset with our latest chat. He's at 88%. He was not happy that I sold Lee Peltier, which I couldn't understand. He was upset because he said, Lee was a leader in the group. He was a team leader. And I was like, yeah, but look at the dynamics. We have 3 other team leaders. He's like, he'll be missed. He'll be so poorly missed because he's such a big, important player. We have 3 other team leaders. Are you kidding me? We don't need that many team leaders. But he was very upset we sold him, so he's not happy with me right now. It hasn't got too bad yet, but yeah, he's not happy with me at all, and that's really bad because I like Sean Morrison. I really want him to be the main defender for us at the moment, but yeah. So that's how things are going. Let's jump into the match. Whew, yeah. But like I say, when we have episodes like this, we've got to talk about a lot at the beginning here with like the transfers and stuff and things going on. Maybe we won't have 2 matches, but in future, months, like March or whatever, we will probably do 2 games in the month. That's my plan, but I'd like to know what you guys think. They're playing the same formation as us, but obviously had a lot more success over the season. Obviously playing some of their top-class players in Moutinho. Yeah. Hus, Patricio. Got some very nice players here, but they hold nothing to our Bluebirds. I mean, we got Junior. Traore is nothing on Junior. I'm in denial right now, but we have to. If you're a Cardiff manager, you got to be in denial. It's the only way you can manage this team. Go to the fans. Now, we're playing away from home. Our fans, there's not many fans here. It's time to start improving. No, we could drop into the relegation zone. I expect nothing less than a win, even though that's not true because we have a game in hand. But I will lie to my players, and they don't care, except for Ashley Richards, who's deep in thought. Ashley, please don't overthink this. Please don't overthink this. And considering the influence Lee Peltier held in the dressing room, are there fears the club that his departure could result in significant harm? No. Why does everyone think this? He didn't play. And there's always an element of risk. He's not the first player to leave on my watch. We're all focused on long-term success, and Lee being here or not doesn't change that. Yeah. Nor will he be the last. There won't be any problem. I can assure you of that. I'll just go with that. I don't think it'll make any difference. The transfer window is open once more. A few as a team we're looking to improve, but see if we can find a good enough player. Going to check the transfer lists after this and see if we can spot anyone who's been put on there who might be willing to come, might be actually good enough to get in the first team straight away. Given that Cardiff supporters were understanding unhappy when Lee Peltier made it clear he wanted to leave, do you expect the case once again now he's gone? It's not how anyone wanted it to end up. Leah's gone and we're back on focus. Yeah, we're just back on focus on our jobs. I'm not prepared to talk about that. Gunnarsson's put pen to paper on a new contract. Yes, we did just get him to sign a new contract. I did forget to mention that. Thank you, Sean Taylor, for telling us about that. I always wanted to make a public statement. Yeah, we always want to make sure he's at the club. I like Gunnarsson. I've not hidden that fact. So I want to keep him at the club, to be honest. He'll be good in midfield for us for at least a few more years. He's 29. I don't see him getting much worse for a few years. I think he can still cut in the Premier League. Maybe in the future as a backup if we can bring good enough players in the future, but we'll see. Arter, though, a good block. That looked like it went off, but apparently not. Bobby Reid, though, a good turn there. Good pass to Holler. I told you, Bobby Reid is just really good on the kind of the build-up to the attack. You can't pay a price for that. That is just down to intelligence. He's an intelligent player with good skills, but here comes Wolves. And a good head, and it hit Smithy's feet. That was damn close. Was that what just... Thanks, game. I keep saying that. I feel like it shows you that way more than it needs to be honest. But yeah, you can't put a price on what Reid does. I've seen so many good strikers in this game. Like, they look really good, and you put them on the pitch, and they just have no intelligence about them. They can't build up to the attack. They're just kind of lazy, maybe. You can't put a price on that. Some strikers have got it, some don't. And Bobby Reid is one that does have it. So far, that's not been much. We've had 20 minutes. There's been one shot each. The Wolves have had a lot more of the ball. Here they come again, then. Okay, tried to go for a tackle there, but it didn't work out there by Junior. Junior, can he block him? He can't block him. And, wow. That probably should have been get Smithies, though, with the dive right into the Wolves player's leg. I didn't see who it was. But what a dive. Oh, what a good tackle. Was that by Bamba? Bamba, come on. He's coming and he's taking his chances. So far, though, look, they're getting all the highlights. We're getting chances, and they're not really getting many chances, but they're getting highlights, which is not making me happy. And it was a goal. Moutinho crossing the ball in there to Cavallero, and a nice little easy finish there. Yeah. Not good for us at all. Why are we not getting any highlights here? Come on, guys. Put your backs into it. It's 1-0. It's not important. We're playing away from home. Just need to put your backs. Junior now, can we answer back straight away? Bobby Reid. Bobby Reid had like 4 players around him. He couldn't get to it, sadly. Murphy, though, now with the ball. Cunningham. Please, no, guys. Everyone was there. Everyone was in the middle of the park waiting for someone to hit the ball in. Josh Murphy and Cunningham couldn't get it in, and now Wolves with the counter. God. Smithies, you are killing me right now. Every time they cross the ball in, I feel like you're just not going to get it. Okay. Whew. Okay, I'm feeling very nervous right now. Moutinho, never ball in. Okay, we're headed it out. Cavallero picks up the loose ball. What's he going to do with it? He runs in, he's just running around. Otto gets tackled there. Was that Cunningham? Good Cunningham. Cunningham always a good tackle there. What? Wolves are really coming in now. We may need to change something. What's the analysis right now? He's doing that. Traore. Short passing. Maybe we should do a short passing potentially to play a short passing game. I don't know. I'm not sure if that would help. Personally, I'm not sure if that's going to help. We're seeing possession at the moment okay. We are in their area a bit. We're just not getting good attacks. Which tells me maybe the wingers aren't having a good day. Maybe the midfield's not. That's what I feel like that's telling me. Because the defenders aren't doing a terrible job. You can see there lots of highlights there for Wolves. And there have been some really good tackles there by the defenders. So I can't blame Richards. Oh, look at 6 point. Richards! You got to hold off that wing. Yeah, they've done lots of attacks from that side of the pitch, haven't they? Richards, come on. I'm going to bring on Patterson, aren't I? I'm just going to bring him on. And again, we were just saved. Not really thanks to Smithies there. Wow, it could easily have been 2-0 to Wolves, I think. Definitely. No shots on target for us. But possession-wise, we're holding on, which is not usually how this goes, actually. Normally, we don't have much possession, and it's like this. We're getting 4 shots, though. 7 to them. It's not like they've had many shots. They've been very... They're just holding the ball and waiting and biding their time, it would feel like. Smithies, though, with the best performance. Not surprised there. Junior with the worst. Not great, really. Let's be assertive as Tom. Show me something else. And you know what? Let's go attacking. Let's go attacking. The attacking obviously hasn't been great here. Let's try and just get them to push forward. Because the defenders are obviously trying to hold on as best as they can. But they need the attackers then to actually make something. Because you can't win unless you score goals. I'm not sure if these guys have played football before. Guys. You got to score goals to win. And Wolves just... We started the second half and they've already scored. Leo Bonatini. Why do all the Wolves players have such difficult names for me to pronounce? I don't know why I have such difficulty with these names. Bonatini? Bonatini. It sounds right to me. But they score straight away. I don't think this is a game we're going to win. Which I did say at the beginning I wasn't sure if we'd be able to or not. But disappointing so far. Disappointing. I thought we'd make it a bit more competitive. You know, at least a couple of shots on target. Come on. Okay. Patterson, you're coming on. I don't care. Richards is 85. Look at Cunningham, 67. Are you even playing? Are you even on the pitch, Richards? I'm going to have to take off Cunningham because he's just too tired. Joe Bennett comes on. Junior has to come off. It's not been good enough. We'll bring on Pilkington for him. Harry Arter's looking tired as well. I'm going to have to bring on Camarasa. Yeah, we're going to bring on Camarasa. Yeah. I was thinking about bringing Patterson in the middle there, but, you know, he is 83%, so I'd rather bring on Camarasa. Okay, let's go for that then. Add a bit of creativity possibly into the midfield and the wing, maybe. Fresh boots there. And is that a bloody penalty? Are you kidding me? Right now. Moutinho. And good save there by Smithies. Just... Again, I said it at the beginning, you know, he's shown himself to be a good goalkeeper in the Premier League. He's just been let down by the rest of the team, really. You can definitely say that. You can definitely say that. Nothing really more I can change here. We're going all attacking, which hasn't helped at all. We've not created any more chances this half. This has been an absolutely disastrous half right now. And Leo has scored his second goal. It's 3-0 to them. Very attacking. I don't care. We need to try and get at least some honor back here because it's not good enough. Not good enough at all. Okay, we apparently made a chat and we actually got a shot on target. There we go. At least we have that. And wow. Connor Cody scoring, making it 4-0. 4-0. Are you kidding me? Well, you know, this is why Wolves are a top 10 team currently in our table. If I remember correctly, they are 8th. So we've definitely learned a lesson here. Wolves are a lot better than, like, I knew they were good, but I thought, you know what, maybe they've just been slightly lucky so far this season. I was thinking maybe 12th for them, but yeah, they've definitely shown us. We came to the Molineux and they showed us completely. We need to go back to the drawing board possibly, but it's the draw against Burnley, the win against Fulham, and then this, a 4-0 loss to Wolves. Absolutely disastrous. 8 shots, 2 on target for us. At least we got 2 on target, but I'm going to be aggressive. I'm far from pleased with that. Yeah, I'm actually angry. Joe Bennett is slightly stressed about that, apparently. But yeah, it's not good enough. So we've gone down to -15 for our goal difference, which is fine. We're only 2 points ahead of Brighton and 1 point ahead of Leicester. And we're 1 point now behind Watford. So Watford have actually gone ahead of us. I probably need to spend some money. This has probably answered that. And we see here Bournemouth. If they win their game, they go to 25 points. That means 24 points. And there's a big gap between, like, Watford, you know, 16th and 15th. Which is not what we want. We don't want to be left with the stragglers. I did think this would happen at the beginning of the season, but this is getting... Manager slams the team, yeah. Gunnarsson has told how manager Paradox lost his temper the team during Cardiff's loss. Yeah, because that was absolutely disastrous. Let's have a look at the month holds then. So we got an FA Cup game against Reading. Not really important for us, really. The FA Cup, we just want to survive the Premier League. We got Everton after that, who are 11th. We've got West Ham, and we got Southampton. So actually, this month, these are 3 games that are going to be difficult. They're all in the mid area, 11th, 10th, and 12th. But we can get points from them. We know that. We know we can get points from them. So we have to be trying to win at least one of these games. We probably want 4 points from these games. So we're going to have to wait and see if we can get that. We'll be back next time where we'll come back against Newcastle. Probably one match because we may have some transfers that have gone on. So we'll see how that goes. But then after that Newcastle game, we've got... Oh, no. That's a horrible month. See, we need points. At least we got points the last 2 games. At least I can say that, yeah. So that's not too terrible, but there needs to be some improvement. We can't keep being this, what's the word? We're never consistent. We need to be more consistent. Look how inconsistent we are. Losing 4-1, winning 4-1, winning 2-0, losing 3-1, losing 4-0. But yeah, and our conceding was not bad, actually. I'm pretty sure that our conceding, yeah, we were 17th now. We were like 14th before. So our defense was actually getting better. But, okay, enough of me complaining about the team. We're just going to try and improve as much as possible. But like I said, there's still good signs. We're still above the relegation zone. So this is to be expected from Cardiff, I feel. This is to be expected. So see you next time, guys. Oh, God.